The Smart Ultra 7 is the latest from Vodafone in a string of 2016 releases. The new Ultra 7 has got big boots to fill, continuing the success of the Smart Ultra 6. On paper the two are pretty similar, apart from the front flash, the physical home button and the MediaTek processor which sits in the Smart Ultra 7, as opposed to the Snapdragon 615 which we saw in the Smart Ultra 6. Can it live up to its predecessor, and is it a worthwhile upgrade? Picking up the phone, the first thing you'll notice is that this is a big one. At 5.5 inches of screen, it's the same size as an iPhone 6s Plus. It's got a 3.5mm headphone jack at the top, the power button and volume rocker along the right hand side protrude nicely, they're textured and give a seriously satisfying click. The plastic back cover is removable underneath the 2940mAh non-removable battery. SIM card slots as well as the micro USB slot, which you'll need because the phone comes with just 16GB of storage after the OS and Vodafone bloatware. You're left with only 10GB of free space. Around the front of the phone you have a 5MP front camera with a front flash, something that was missing on the Smart Ultra 6. There's also a physical home button this time around, which I'm a big fan of, as well as those capacitive buttons. The 5.5-inch touchscreen is a full HD IPS panel with a pixel density of 401 pixels per inch. That's identical to an iPhone 6s Plus for a fraction of the cost. It looks and feels beautiful and really helps to bring this device up a notch. I was very pleasantly surprised as far as the UI goes, for the phone is running a virtually stock Android Marshmallow, but it's not quite stock as with any Vodafone branded phone. There's a fair amount of pre-installed Vodafone bloatware. They're mostly uninstallable, so get rid of them and you have a basically stock Android experience. Performance across the UI has been great and the Ultra 7 has been a breeze to use. The fact that it is running Android means the multimedia options are what you'd expect. Netflix, Spotify, Kindle, they're all available through the Google Play Store, and watching videos on the 5.5-inch screen is just stunning. The speakers are bottom firing, so you want to be careful not to cover it with your hands, but other than that they are clear and immersive. With 2GB of RAM, the Ultra 7 handles gaming well, and 16GB of onboard storage with microSD expandability means that there's room for all your files, though maybe not too many big games like RPGs or first-person shooters. The 13MP rear camera is really nice, and is superb for the price. It offers decent macro performance and also boasts fairly comprehensive manual controls, which is great to see at this price point. A bit of noise starts to creep in during low light, but overall not too shabby. As for battery life, it's got a 2960mAh battery under the hood. That's less than the 3000mAh battery the Smart Ultra 6 offered. Although it did still last me well over a day, I was getting into the evenings with still 40% battery remaining. All in all, this is a brilliant device for just £135, and as far as budget devices go, I couldn't be much happier. You get an excellent battery life, Android Marshmallow, a beautiful screen and a smooth day-to-day performance. My biggest drawback with the phone is how it looks. It's a little too clunky and too large for my hands. Hats off to Vodafone for once again producing a great, affordable smartphone.